In this lesson, you will learn about creating color palettes using a mood board. When starting a design, it's a great idea to do something called a mood board. This is defined as an arrangement of images, designs, and typography intended to evoke or project a particular style or concept. By pulling together images, colors, and other designs, these can help to convey the general mood that you want your finished design to be like and act as inspiration for your design projects. A men's brand would have a different mood board than a baby brand, and doing this mood board helps you to choose your color palette. Now I'm going to show you my whole process for creating a mood board. I'm going to give you a template to use so you can practice it too. And the way that I create a mood board is by first searching keywords related to a brand, downloading these images through stock sites that convey these, and then assembling them into an InDesign document. I then color pick the images to form a color palette, and I refer back to my color harmonies to decide what type of palette I want to create. And then I ensure the color and the shade of the color is the right one so it doesn't convey a wrong meaning. The first thing is I go to Unsplash. This has free images that I can download, so I use the keywords from this brand. Specifically, I'm looking for gym, fitness. Sometimes I'll look for keywords like bold, active, but in this case, I'm finding some great images just with this keyword of gym. And I'm going through and I'm downloading a bunch. I'm not going to use everything, but I just want to get a bunch of images that I can choose from. Now I'm looking on Google as well with the keywords, just seeing what else I can find. Another great place to look for inspiration is Behance or Dribbble or Pinterest, because you not only just want to find images, you also really want to find some designs, some fonts, some different compositions that will help inspire you to create whatever your design is going to be for that brand. So I found some cool different images and designs. I'm going to take screenshots of them. And because we're just using this for inspiration, it's not going to be put out there as part of the brand. It's just your own internal inspiration. You don't have to buy the images or quote who it's from or anything, because it's not something that you're going to be selling or that's part of the finished product. I like the vibe of the red and the dark colors contrasted with some lighter colors. I also really like the yellow contrasted with this darker shade of blue. Now in the document that you're going to get, it has all the different boxes already there, so you need to just fill them. So what you do is you click on one of them and then you do Command D or File Place. And then I go through the images and I just start with the one that I like most. So I'm going to choose this one. And in order to expand it within the bounding box, you just click on the A tool and then you drag the little corners of the boxes so that it makes the image bigger. So I'm going to do the same thing with the next box. I'm going to do Command D, find an image I like, and I'm going to put it in that box. Now you can click on the A tool again, and to move that over, you just drag it while you're still in that A mode. You can also use that arrow from the tools. Now I'm going to go to the next box and find an image I want to use. Really like this one. And in the mood board itself, I like to make sure that the images balance each other. Now I'm going to the next box, and I want to use some design inspiration on the mood board too. Not just images, but also logos, fonts, design styles. Now going to the next box. Now the next box. I really want to make sure I have some of this yellow in the mood board because I want that to be a part of the color palette, maybe even the green, seeing how that looks there. Now we have one more box to fill, and I want to make sure that I also balance. This brand is for men and women, so I want to make sure I balance with enough men and women here. So now I'm not 100% happy with it, and I think that this green one isn't working. So I'm going to go see about getting some yellow. I like this Peak brand. It's a great inspiration. Now I'm going to use those bottom boxes for the color. So I'm just going to start going through, clicking on one of the gray boxes and using the eyedropper tool. You can use the iKeyboard for shortcut, or you can go to your tools and click on that eyedropper tool. And then I'm going to use it and click on the specific colors within the images to create my color palette. And I'm thinking of using a triadic color palette, using blue, red, and yellow to contrast the black. And then I want to have a gray in there as well. So now I don't really like the way this specific image looks there. So I'm going to be adjusting it. And sometimes I like to rearrange the different color order to make it more of a gradient. And a cool trick is something you can do is go up to the paragraph controls and you can select all of them and then use this specific button to distribute them equally. And we can see that this mood board is based off of the triadic color palette. I'm going to show you that we are using the yellow, red, and blue. We're just using a much darker shade of blue than is the original hue, but it still falls into that triadic color palette. It's always good to refer to your color harmonies to make sure that you're using one of those, because you know that those are going to always be a consistent look and they're going to work together. Your next steps are to create a mood board with the practice files. First, I'm going to provide the gym mood board that you just saw me do so that you can create it yourself and choose the color palette. Then I'm going to give you another pretend project where you will create a mood board on your own. I'm going to provide the images for you to put together, and then you're going to be choosing the color palette accordingly. After that, you'll go on to the next lessons where I will be creating designs based on the gym mood board that I did, and where you will then get to practice designing as well. I'll see you there.